Life with CIDP can be tough, but the Thrive Team, a specialized squad of experts, helps people living with CIDP make more room in their lives for joy. Watch Rare, Well Done.
An all-new reality series, Rare Well Done, offers help and hope to people across the country who live with the rare disease CIDP. Watch the latest episode now, exclusively on rarewelldone.com.
A veces solo necesitas estar cómodo y eso no significa que no quieras verte bien. Old Navy, los reyes de lo acogedor, lo han vuelto a hacer con sus Bounce Fleece, suaves, elegantes y en colores sofisticados que quedan bien para cualquier ocasión. Es un polar reinventado para la vida real, para esos momentos que quieres estar cómodo y verte bien. Llámalo elegante de aeropuerto, llámalo elegante para ser mandados. Para cualquier ocasión, un Bounce Fleece es perfecto. Busca tu Bounce Fleece y otros artículos festivos ahora en oldnavy.com.
This is Optimal Work Daily on Rooted Productivity by Cal Newport of calnewport.com. The root of all productivity. The new year is here, which means productivity tweaks are in the air. I'm not going to offer you a specific strategy today. Instead, I want to touch briefly on a meta habit that will help you succeed in any number of areas in your life where you seek more effectiveness. It's something I've used for years, but have never discussed publicly before. I call it rooted productivity. Before describing this idea, let me motivate it. A little discussed issue in the productivity community is the role that these strategies play in your mental life. Most people maintain a haphazard and shifting collection of rules and systems only in their head. When a blog post inspires them, this collection may grow, while approaches they once embraced might fizzle unexpectedly. This unstructured approach to organizing the ideas that are supposed to organize your life can cause problems, such as 1. Open loop syndrome. As David Allen taught us, having commitments maintained only in your head requires constant mental resources and can generate stress or anxiety. A commitment to a specific productivity habit kept only in your head can be just as taxing as any other type of open loop. 2. Fragile motivation. A commitment to a productivity habit casually kept only in your head occupies a low status in your hierarchy of important things in your life. A lot of people get excited about a hack when they first read about it, but it's all too easy for it to fade away along with their initial enthusiasm. And 3. Evaluation entanglement. Keeping your productivity commitments all tangled in your head can cause problems when a strategy fails. Without more structure to the productivity portion of your life, it's too easy for your brain to associate that single failure with a failure of your commitments as a whole, generating a systemic reduction in motivation. The solution to these issues is simple. Maintain a single root commitment that you'll stick to no matter what, which will in turn help you get the most out of all the other productivity commitments that come and go in your life. To be more concrete, create a single-page document that describes the key productivity rules, habits, and systems, which I'll summarize as processes in the following, that you currently follow in your life. I type mine and keep it near my desk in a plastic sleeve. Some of the commitments on my root document include daily and weekly planning, GTD task capture, my deep work rituals, my exercise routines, and the systems I use to track and review ideas. Once you've written this root document, you must make the following unbreakable root commitment. I will do my best to A. Follow the processes in this document, and B. On a regular basis, evaluate these processes and update the document to better reflect what's working and what's not, as well as what's important to me and what's not. This philosophy is simple to implement, but in a single stroke, it eliminates most of the major problems of a more ad hoc approach to personal productivity. E.g., you minimize open loops, as all you have to remember is to try to do what the root document says. You strengthen your motivation, as the processes you're supposed to be following are printed in black and white, as opposed to just wallowing in the churn of your cognitive landscape. And it's easy to modify or discard specific productivity processes without negatively impacting others, as these evaluations and updates are part of your core commitment. My suggestion for the new year, in other words, is that before you make any new commitments to improve your life, start with this one root commitment that can serve all the rest. A $5.5 billion reminder that email is not work by Cal Newport of calnewport.com. Last winter, a risk analyst at Credit Suisse noticed that one of their clients, a hedge fund named Archegos, was light on collateral. As is common in this world of high finance, Credit Suisse had loaned Archegos money to buy stock. The value of Archegos' position had come down, and the bank's models were saying that the bank either needed more collateral from the fund or needed to push Archegos out of their position by calling in the loan. So far, pretty normal stuff. As detailed in a report on the incident compiled by the law firm of Paul, Weiss, Rifkind, Wharton, and Garrison LP and released last month, the issue was what happened next. The analyst at Credit Suisse and the accounting manager at Archegos fell into a communication rhythm all too common in our current age of the hyperactive hive mind. The analyst asked to set up a meeting with the manager. The manager replied, in effect, "I'm busy, let's try tomorrow." The next day, he said to just send over a proposal. A week and a half passed before the analyst asks for thoughts on the proposal. The manager said he hadn't had a chance to look at it yet, but would try to get into it, quote-unquote, today or tomorrow. Then the stock prices fell more. Archegos' position collapsed. Without the extra collateral, Credit Suisse lost $5.5 billion. As Bloomberg's Matt Levine explains in a recent column on the debacle, what makes this case interesting is that there's not, quote, some fancy finance thing that went wrong, end quote. Nor is it a story of, quote, individual stupidity or greed or recklessness, end quote. As he summarizes, quote, it's just that they sort of kept each other in the loop as a substitute for actually doing anything. The processes were all moving along nicely, which gave everyone a false sense of security that they would produce the right result, end quote. I couldn't think of a better case study for the illusory, performative pseudo-value generated by the hyperactive hive mind. The players in this story were for sure feeling very productive, furiously typing on devices, messages moving back and forth, bases being touched, plates spun, their industry palpable. But the actual activity that mattered, the realization that they were short on collateral and urgently needed to reduce their investment exposure, was missed. Ad hoc, back and forth, unscheduled messaging kept everyone busy, but it didn't actually work. You just listened to the posts titled On Rooted Productivity and a $5.5 billion reminder that email is not work, both by Cal Newport of calnewport.com.
Rewards programs are a lot like pop culture. They can be hard to keep up with. But with Venmo's new rewards program, Venmo Stash, rewards are so easy because the more you do, the more you get. And you choose the bundle of brands you get cash back at. It's giving Fiscal Queen. It's giving Star. It's giving up to 5% cash back at your favorite brands. Just pick a bundle of your go-to spots to shop with your Venmo debit card and earn cash back at them. Do more, get more with Venmo Stash. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 cash back per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms.
This is Rob Gronkowski from Dudes on Dudes with Gronk and Jules. Sunday mornings are sacred. I've got my game day routine. Coffee, jersey laid out, and my lucky playlist. But the real game changer? New morning Uncrustables sandwiches.
I've always loved Uncrustable sandwiches, and now I'm all about the new flavors with 12 grams of protein. Bright-eyed berry or up an apple. Bright-eyed berry's got that flashy, finessey vibe, like your favorite slot receiver.
Up an apple, tough and reliable, like a do-it-all tight end.
And players love them. Did you know teams crush over 80,000 Uncrustable sandwiches a year? They know it's good.
It's a snack that can go with you anywhere, from the couch to the tailgate or even in the locker room. Soft bread, yummy fillings, protein packed. Once it's part of your ritual, you don't skip it.
Easy enough for Gronk to grab straight from the freezer.
Your new Sunday kickoff ritual starts here with the new morning Uncrustables sandwiches, packed with 12 grams of protein.
And big thanks to Cal, who typically writes about learning hacks and productivity. So he is actually narrated regularly over on Optimal Living Daily. You can check out that show for a lot more from him. Cal is the author of the books Deep Work and A World Without Email. You can check out his blogs, books, other media, and podcast as well over on his site, calnewport.com. That's calnewport.com. CalNewport.com. And that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the 2 posts from Cal, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.